wouldn't have become a teacher, I wouldn't have become a principal. I wouldn't be alive today if not for the teachers that I had in New York City public schools growing up. And I became a teacher to try to do for other kids what my great teachers have done for me, and I do come to work every day at the U.S. Education Department with that same spirit. How do we make sure that school is a path to opportunity for all kids? As state commissioner, I did spend a lot of time visiting communities all across the state, and spent a lot of time in rural communities, and could see, folks working really hard with challenges. Certainly a challenge around declining enrollment, strapped for resources in many cases, challenges around in a small high school, how do you make sure that you can offer the broad array of courses that you would want. Recruiting teachers, often a challenge, and retaining those teachers. Finding the physics teacher, the chemistry teacher, the calculus teacher who can support students. And so that's why something like the Ohio Appalachian Collaborative is so important, because they have a strategy to share courses, share resources, share services that makes it possible to make sure that all kids in their participating communities have the full range of opportunities. Battelle for Kids is doing two things that are really important. One is, in Ohio specifically, they are working to provide opportunities that otherwise wouldn't be there. Professional development that's shared across districts, advanced placement courses, dual enrollment courses that wouldn't be available otherwise. But then they also have this other role of being a national advocate and lifting up rural education challenges so that folks in Washington are aware of what the challenges are, can figure out how we can target resources in a way that's responsive to the needs of rural education. A high priority for us in the last quarter of the administration is to expand early learning. Critical in rural communities, critical in suburban communities, critical in urban communities. We know that there's an 8-to-1, 9-to-1 return on investment when kids are in high quality early learning settings. So we've got the Preschool Development Grant Program that's expanded preschool access in 18 states. The President has proposed tripling that program, and we're going to keep working to expand access to quality early learning. We are hopeful that we can work with Congress on reauthorization of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, No Child Left Behind, which governs the federal role in schools. It's a civil rights law adopted in 1965. It's intended to protect equality of educational opportunity. So we're hoping we can work through a bipartisan compromise, reauthorizing that law, which needs to be fixed. And then we want to keep working on access in higher education. The President's proposed through America's College Promise, the idea that all students would be able to go for free to community college. We have a first in the world grant competition that's aimed at helping higher ed institutions focus attention on completion. Not just are students getting there and enrolling as freshmen, but are they graduating with a degree that will allow them to be competitive in the 21st century economy. So we've got an ambitious agenda. President always says big things happen in the fourth quarter. I think that's exactly right. So we have an ambitious agenda over the next few months. There's just an ability to have impact that teachers have. I'm not sure there's any other thing you can do in the world that has quite the same as that. When you have students where you can light that spark of intellectual curiosity, you can help them discover a way of thinking about the world that they didn't even know that they had, where you can help them see connections between how our world is today and our history as a country. It was a blessing to be able to be in the classroom, and hopefully in this job I can support teachers so that they can have those great moments with their students.